So let's see the first video. Okay, we are in Firenze, in Florence, in the capital of Renaissance architecture, and here we find a portrait actually carved by Michelangelo. The story behind this portrait is quite interesting. There are a few theories of who this portrait might depict. Some say that it depicts Michelangelo himself, and the story goes that when he was near the Piazza Vecchio, where this portrait is located, he was having a conversation with a very boring person, and he got bored, so he entertained himself with carving his self-portrait into the plaster wall. And another theory is that there was an execution near Piazza Vecchio. He was attending that execution and he created the portrait of the person that was being led to the execution site. Hello guys, this is the first video of a new series, Architecture Student Reacts, where I review and react to videos that you guys have sent in the DMs. And let's take a look at the first one. This is in Paris. We are looking at some keystones on arches. Yes. The caption is quite funny. Why these Paris sculptures throwing so much shade? Well, there's actually a reason for that. So when we are thinking about arches in architecture, the keystone plays a crucial role in the structure of the arch, because that is the one that closes the structure. So without the keystone, the arch would fall. Of course, people during the ages recognized the importance of this stone piece, and so they added meaning to it. Sometimes they carved grotesques for protection into these stones, like the ones we see on the Gothic churches. There are grotesques that serve the function of protecting the city, protecting the people, scaring off evil spirits, so to say. And in other cases, these keystone carvings reflect mythological beings, gods and goddesses, sometimes patrons, who actually helped in the creation of the building. We can find these carvings in many different styles, from Roman architecture to Baroque and neoclassical architecture as well. So this is basically the reason for their presence and why they throw so much shade. Next video, it seems like the person who created this video found the way that the pyramids, the Great Pyramids of Giza, were constructed. Well, it's quite funny. Everyone is, well, not everyone, but a lot of people try to theorize about how the Great Pyramids were constructed. How could they achieve this great feat of carrying those tens of tons of granite blocks? Some say that they built large ramps on which they could drag these heavy and large stones to the top of the pyramids. Some of these ramps were just straight. Some of them went around the pyramid. Some of them went in a Z form. Then there are waterway theories which say that there was a balloon system with which they could float these heavy blocks to the top of the pyramids, but I don't know. I think that we will never know how they created it, and these theories are just good for sparking conversations and good for starting experiments, because you can theorize that, okay, the pyramids were built like this, they use these rollers, as we can see in the video, but if you try it, if you test it, and you can prove it that actually this construction method is working, you can actually carry these large blocks into those heights by using this method, then I say good for you. But other than that, I think if it remains a mystery, it's much more exciting. And yeah, I just enjoy these videos when they theorize that, okay, this is the way, this is how they did it. No, this other way is how they did it. I think it's quite entertaining, so keep going with them. Okay, let's move on and see the last video of this of today. Okay, we come back to Paris, but now these grotesques are not throwing shade. We are actually at the L'École des Beaux-Arts, the School of Beautiful Arts, if I'm not mistaken. And this was actually the architectural school that set the tone for the late 19th century. So during the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, there was a dispute in the architectural field whether we should follow the classical lineage of architecture that has been passed down to us and has been reinterpreted and reworked and re-theorized throughout the ages, or should we start and move into a new direction that has been created by the new materials and the new construction methods that became available during the 19th century. And actually, Adolphe Loos, the writer of Ornament and Crime, which is an essay and also an essay series comprised in a book, he said that we should abandon the classical way and the classical forms and follow a new trend created by new materials and the new age. But as we can see, the Beaux-Arts school is quite beautiful. The architects that studied there realized incredible buildings. I will put some pictures up in the video that you can check out. And yeah, it's just amazing to see that this is the milieu, this is the surroundings from where these great architects came from. I really wish that I will be able to visit this place one time, because it's such an inspiration to see such beautiful decorations and architecture, and it's just mind-blowing how pretty it is. I say that keep at it, keep at the classical trend, keep it going, because you see what's the comparison to this. And I think that this is much better than the one that we have currently. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. I'll see you next week with the same format, same interesting ideas, same interesting videos, and don't forget to send your findings in the DMs. See you next week. Bye. Is it okay? Can we start?
Yes, let's go.